Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I just saw it. It came out, I think, like 2 weeks ago, though. And let me give you guys my review on it because it's a bit interesting. So, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. My thoughts on the movie are a bit mixed. I feel like this movie starts off so strong. I think we get introduced to Yoshi, all those things. I think it starts off with I think it's funny in the beginning. Like we have so many cute moments, so many good action moments as well in the beginning. It looks great as well. It looks like really good. The animation here is really good. Illumination does a great job with that. And to me, I'm starting to really think like this might be the best animation. I don't know if it's better than Pixar, but it's up there for kid animation, things like that. And I think it's really they've nailed it. I think it's almost near perfect, if not perfect. To me, I feel like the movie ends up just going a bit flat near the middle of the movie. To me, I feel like in the beginning we had a very steady flow. We were progressing, and maybe that was just because we were getting into the movie, and I think that was we were getting into the story of everything. But in the middle, we were just switching back and forth. To me, I think it had a very short runtime, and basically only having an hour and a half of the movie, the flow of the story has to progress very steadily for it to not feel like it's going flat. Because you only have so much time. And especially because movies nowadays are not really an hour and 30 minutes anymore. They're usually 2 hours. So having that hour and 30, you could definitely feel it. It definitely felt a lot shorter than an hour or 30 in my opinion, but it wasn't. So I felt like we just kind of we were flipping back from, Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi. That was one group. And then we had Peach and Toad as another group. And we were flipping back and forth between the two, and it just got really a bit, not maybe a bit boring. It just was too much. I think that they were just flipping back way too much. Where I feel like in the first movie we were just staying as one big group, and we were just following the story progressively, and then we all fought the big bad at the end. Where this one they're separate two timeline, or not two timelines, but they're separately two paths, and then they just end up meeting together, which is okay, I guess. This movie just ends out of nowhere. I don't know, it just I feel like we just they rebuild the castle or whatever, right? And then they end up, I thought they just end the movie right there. I thought they were gonna have 10 more minutes or 15 more minutes of conclusion, but no, it just ends, which I'm okay, it is what it is, you know what I mean? I think this movie's great. I think it's still a great movie. I think it's still a good movie. I think the first one is a tad better, but I think that this movie is still good, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think if you like Mario and you like, Mario's World and things like that, this is gonna scratch that itch for you. It's still a good movie. And yeah, I think honestly, the highest highs I think for me are the action. I think the action, the fight scenes are really good in this movie. Actually, I was not expecting Mario, Luigi to be having cool fight scenes as well as Yoshi. And yeah, Yoshi is just the best part of this movie by far. He doesn't even say anything. It's just his mannerisms that he does. It's so funny, especially to see him and Toad just banter back and forth. Hilarious. Just that one big thing for me was that the movie kind of just ended out of nowhere. Also, I thought it was a bit weird that Bowser was being a good guy and then ended up being bad again. I feel if they just kept him evil, it would have been better. Because Bowser's Bowser, you know what I mean? He's not a bad guy. He's not supposed to be a good guy. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's some pros and cons for the movie, but overall, I think that it's a good movie, and I definitely think it has its moments. And I think, in my eyes, it's worth to go see it if you like Mario in any certain way. Yeah, and my rating for the movie is a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I think the movie's good, and personally, I think I gave the first movie a 3.5 as well. Out of 5 stars, so they're about roughly the same rating, but I think the first one is a tad better, just not a whole point better though. Anyways, that's the video, and make sure to subscribe if you guys do like videos like this. I do music, movies, shows, anime reviews, so those are your things. Subscribe for more videos like this, and yeah, it's been your boy Tone, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.